I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. We're doing our 15 ped hunt, this time with armor. Alright guys, so we're doing another 15 ped hunt. This hunt is again with Monuras. This is the fourth test in the thing. It's actually, how do you say it? It's starting to get there. We've done a couple missions. It was supposed to be with armor, and I kind of forgot at first because I was trying to alternate between it. So I had to throw my armor on real quick and stop pulling. But I do go back to pulling. This fight, you know, these Monuras, they seem to be dropping a lot of the same stuff. You get the hides off them. You get the Monura hides. You get the basic extractors and the basic wood extractors and the wheat cloth extractors and the advanced leather extractors off them. Though you only get the weak off of the females, it seems. The males don't tend to drop it from what I've seen so far. You also can get thin wool and regular wool. According to the wiki, when you get globals or things that would qualify as a global, like a mini global maybe, you can actually get different types of weapons. They have pistols and melee weapons and that type of stuff, much like what you'd find on the robots in Calypso. I've not gotten any of those yet. I'm assuming that I'm gaining too many skills to get that, so I'm hoping that by the time I get closer to 10,000 kills, I will be able to get those. And I like to get the 10,000 kills or whatever it is, the stage 4. I think maybe it's only 5,000. It's 5,000. 5,000 for this stage. But I like to get to that point before the codex comes out so that I can have something that probably won't be around anymore, which would be the Monura heads, the skulls or whatever, little insect skulls. And I don't know how much difference there's going to be between the males and the female, but it just kind of makes sense. And you know, it's part of my history of being on Arcadia and Arcadia Moon. You know, this is the place I'm doing all my disciple work. So far, a good portion of it. And this is the place where I'm kind of, you know, getting enough money to be able to buy things in the game that I want to buy. You know, not all of them, of course. You know, there's still a lot of things I haven't bought. I still haven't bought that angelic ring yet. That's on my top list of things to buy. It would make sweating and swanting way easier. But I've got my weapons. I got ammo to shoot. I'm not necessarily running completely dry and all that type of stuff. I found a way to make some money with the 2 ped per day ammo daily. You know, just lots of little things like that. And, you know, I've got my armor. It's complete. It does exactly what I need to do for a long while. I'm going to be getting or working towards making the setup I have now more efficient. So the Bukin is an unlimited weapon. My armor is unlimited. So my thoughts are maybe I'll just keep hunting lower level stuff and get amps if I need it, or extenders or whatever, absorber type stuff, and we'll go from there. And of course, you know, you can always get the laser sights and that type of stuff, which I believe helps improve your skill. Maybe that only helps certain aspects of it, and once you're fully skilled, you don't need that. You need the amplifiers. I'm still looking into that aspect of it. All I know is that if you have an amplifier that's like 85% and your weapon is 58.7%, like the Bukin I believe is, when you put those two together, you end up closer to like, you know, 63 or 64% or maybe even 68%. And then that will be where probably a whole different loot table will open up. And the fact that it's an unlimited weapon, I think that means that the amplifier will last longer because you do less decay and it's more consistent. And then as I get more and more slots open, who knows what I'll be going into and branching out into. But I would like to be able to get my melee skills up for carry weight and just to diversify the type of weapons I have, because you never know when I might run into something that's 3 or 4% more efficient than the Bukin and unlimited, and eventually I'd like to use it. And if I don't have any skill in it, then I won't be able to do it. Also, melee just helps with your evade skills and that type of stuff. And one of the things I would like to be able to do is get to the point where I'm not forced to hunt gallards for their sweat, or swant gallards. I can swant stuff a little higher, like the Nusels and that type of stuff that drop stuff that does actually global. And that's just on Arcadia that I know of. I think there's more than that on Arcadia. Well, I'm sure there's more than that on Arcadia Globals. I've seen the Mex Global all the time. I saw it at one of the M3s over here on the moon, actually, Global, for like 158 PED today. So, there's a lot of things there, but I'm talking about the creatures I'm going to be hunting. I believe Hornets can global, and Nusels can. But you gotta be a little bit lucky, I think, and hunt the more mature stuff. But yeah, it's kind of weird being this far along, and one of the biggest aspects of the game is being able to global, and I really don't have that. So, anyways, let me get into some of the other stuff I'm doing here. I've talked about wanting to go to Monora. One of the things I really want to do when I go to Monora is to craft stuff that people actually want to buy. I was listening to Stevie B, and he said he went and did the Monora Daily for the 75 pack skill boost, and he found at his skill level that it was basically pointless. It was like 4 or 5 points, and that's, I guess, a place that he didn't necessarily want to be, and the time investment's probably not worth it. So he's decided that he's going to move off from it. Now, with that being said, for me, it'd probably be worth it even if it was only that little bit, just because there's so much going on there, and I'm moving at probably a slower pace than Stevie B is, because Stevie B is at the depositor. But I think that what's interesting about that is that if I were to go and say, okay, I want to get my engineering up because that drives a lot of skills, and I want to get my crafting up. So I go do these things for crafting, and then these things are able to be sold. When I leave there and I come back to maybe like the moon here, where I'm able to get my PED built back up and, hunt more Monuras or whatever I'm hunting at that point in time and whatnot. And then I'm able to take all those skills with me. Then I can go ahead and craft things that don't sell there, but sell maybe in Arcadia, and then sell those because I'll have a wider base of skills. So the items I'm looking to craft there and sell are the components that people use to craft. I think I haven't heard anyone talk about this. I've heard them talk about, you can find just the right, whatever. But let's just say basic filters is a component that a group of people need. So what if I were to make the basic filters and then put them on there at less than what other people are, but less than what if I were to TT them? At least I'm finding a buyer, and I'm cutting the amount I'm losing versus buying a bunch of stuff that no one wants, or you can't sell, or you have to try and ship out, and there's a chance you're going to lose it. Also, I don't really want to pay shipping a whole lot or to move around a whole lot, so when I kind of get to Monora, I'm going to stay there for a little bit. So that's my thought, is that's what I'm going to go there. I'm going to get all the different basic component types that you need, like the compound B and the basic filters, and I'm going to try and work my way into some of the, BP wise, into some of the other stuff that people really want, like the welding wire and, simple conductor ones and that type of stuff. And I think that's what I'm going to actually be using to raise my skills. Speaking of skills, I just got a skill boost. That's always a nice, pleasant thing to get. You love to get those. And I'm going to be doing probably, 20 complete runs with 20 completes in it, or whatever I need. And then if I get a skill boost, then I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I ride that skill boost and burn through some more materials, or do I just really hold on to, I'm not doing that, and I'm going to continue to raise my skills without the boost, and then use the 0.75 pack that you get to make up the difference of that. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. It's one of the things I won't know until I get there. But what I'm kind of looking at with this is that there's a couple missions I already know I want to do when I get there. And I already know there's a couple things I want to sweat and hunt. And I know there's some daily mining and daily hunting missions and that type of stuff. And I'm not sure I'm going to be doing any of that. But I want to at least be prepared to do that, which is why I'm going to raise my hunting skill high enough that I can hunt the Shaggoths and that type of stuff. And I don't know if you can get a Shaggoth kill mission every day, but based upon what I've seen, I believe I could kill Shaggoths, though it might be a little tough. And if I were to kill enough Shaggoths, maybe I can complete or I got lucky, maybe I could complete the first part of the first chapter, I guess you'd say, of the lost chapters of Monura. The highest level ones are like level 22 mobs or something like that, and that's going to be a long ways off. But maybe I could do this at the same time I'm raising my skill up, then come back and do a big push to try and complete the other stages later and be part of the exclusive few that have the reloading antlers or whatever, or horns or whatever it is. Not antlers. The antlers is a different thing. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up here. If you like this type of video and whatnot, let me know in the comments below. Ask me questions. You know, I'm pretty open about this type of stuff. I'm doing a lot more stuff on Facebook right now. I'm posting videos of me painting. They're actually live streamed there, and I'm doing them basically very raw. I just set up the camera and go. I've been doing a lot of talking and that type of stuff as I go, but some of them I'm probably just going to be putting music on and going. So I can, because I got a lot. I'm looking at the miniatures over here right now. I have a lot, and I didn't realize how little time I had. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way and probably just knock out like 10 hours of painting either today or tomorrow or something like that. And you'll see this. They'll be up before this video hits YouTube. Anyways, guys, if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe. Let me know down below. And here's a copy or the results of this hunt. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great week, and I appreciate all the views. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye. Keep her in that bed.